Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, today we're looking at the new cigar and a sort of a return from Eric Espinosa and Espinosa Cigars in collaboration with Cigar Dojo. The Sensei Sensational Sarsaparilla. Enough S's for you? It's coming back in the original size. It first debuted in 2014, and this is a 5.5 by 52 belicoso. And just as a footnote, there was a 6 by 50 size done in 2016. It is said that Cigar Dojo founder, and I'm going to butcher his last name, I'm sure, Eric Guttormson, said the name was derived because the cigar exhibits the flavor of the beverage sarsaparilla. We'll see. I don't really think about the word sarsaparilla that much, but when you see it spelled out and how you pronounce it, they don't match. But anyway, that's how it's pronounced, sarsaparilla, even though it looks like sarsaparilla. But there's the density. Has an average, decent feel in the hand. So anyway, let's get right to it. The comeback, revival, or nationwide release now of the Sensei Sensational Sarsaparilla. The chief approves of sarsaparilla if you want to drink some. There is a difference, and I had to actually look this up, between sarsaparilla and root beer. I thought they were about the same, and there are differences, and they're not the same. I am very familiar with root beer, not as familiar with sarsaparilla, but hey, we got a good draw. Let's do it. I'm actually about 4 minutes in, and it takes, all of them I've had, it takes about that long for the flavors or the cigar maybe to settle down into some recognizable descriptive flavors. We are there. So your first flavors are straight up black licorice, vanilla, brown sugar, nutmeg, a white pepper, believe it or not, at about 7. That's on the front end. Apparently, we're going to have more of a lingering white pepper, but we'll get to that later. So the flavor notes of sarsaparilla, they're hitting on a lot of them so far. I'm expecting another one or two to pop up here as we get down the line, but that's how you start. On to the first third. Into the first third. And the flavor note I was looking for has emerged. Very odd, but it is what it tastes like. Wintergreen. You ever had wintergreen candy? You know, that cool wintergreen flavor? It's there. It's there. It's primarily on the finish. Front end flavors are just like I described. Licorice, light vanilla, brown sugar, nutmeg, little light wintergreen on the finish, licorice, and brown sugar to go along with it. Pretty good lingering. Still seems like white pepper to me. Medium bodied. It's the flavors are nice. Very unusual, as you can tell from the description. First third, I rate 92. It's really different. Now, as I speak in the finish, the wintergreen's really coming out. There's more wintergreen than there is licorice or brown sugar. The wintergreen's pretty prominent. So let's just move on through the second third and see what happens. Into the second third. You got light licorice, brown sugar, a lot of an earthy black coffee now on the front end. The finish is wintergreen and a little light nutmeg. Wintergreen is very prominent on the finish, not on the front end. Very close to full body. It jumped, really jumped. But this is a very unique flavored cigar that I see some people online rave about. It's it's so different. It'll almost catch you off guard. I've had about 5 of them already. But for the second third, I've actually rated 90. It's just not grabbing me, but hey, if you love it, so be it. But I'm describing the flavors. The wintergreen is a very unique flavor. I don't know. I just want to see what the final third brings before I make a final determination. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. I'm just reporting what I get. So let's see what the final third brings. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. Unusual cigar. There is now light licorice, nutmeg, light brown sugar, and wintergreen on the front end. Primarily heavy wintergreen on the finish. Nice lingering white pepper, full bodied, very unique flavors in this cigar that are going to appeal to a lot of people, and I don't think the vast majority are going to agree one way or the other because it's just so different. It's so different. 91 for the final third for me. It is just above the line, and it's not something that I would really gravitate toward. It's just so different. It's almost like if you want something totally different today, let's have this. It's not bad. It's just really different, and you got to experience it to know what I mean. The wintergreen is a very, very, very unique flavor for me. Don't usually come across that. But your overall score is going to be 91. And that's where I think it belongs. You may disagree, and that's fine. But would you agree that I've described it correctly? Now, preferences and taste is subjective, but for me, it's a 91. So there you have it. The very unique Sensational Sarsaparilla 91.